Hello, everybody. Welcome to this live. I am laughing because you are going to hear an animal crying, but I swear he's not in pain. It's just sad that my husband left the house. He always gets really sad when my husband leaves. So if you hear a cat crying, don't worry. He's totally fine. He's just upset my husband left the house for like 10 minutes. Okay, so listen. Hey, welcome to this live. Welcome to your Tuesday. Let's talk about leaping in income and how you can do it, how I did it, and how I did it with the same freaking email list that wouldn't buy my $3,000 program, my $5,000 program, my $2,000 course, with the same people. The same exact people who wouldn't buy any of that stuff then decided to buy my 10K program. And it wasn't about them at all. It's all about you. Isn't that terrible? I know. It's awful, isn't it? So if you guys are watching, feel free to say hello. Feel free to say hi. Let me just pull up this video here so I can make sure I can see your comments as they're coming in. Ooh, this screenshot is going to be real good. It's probably going to be that face I just made. All right, so hey guys, welcome to this live. Let's talk about leaps and leaps in income and how easy it's going to be for you to leap, even with that same email list. Like I said, that same email list that doesn't buy any of your shit. They don't buy your $10,000 course. They don't buy your $2,000 program, right? Hey, Emery. Hey, Fiona. Yeah. So I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, they don't buy this or they don't buy that. My list doesn't buy, my following doesn't buy. Who has said that? Who has even just had that thought today that they don't buy? They don't buy, Shannon. I need a bigger email list. I need a new email list. I need a different Facebook group. I need a different following. I need a bigger following. I need more people on my email list. I need and this and this and this, and then you're just obsessed with the numbers and you're just obsessed with like the more, right? I'm really speaking to that woman who is obsessed with getting more, changing her email list, feeling like she's doing everything. Has anybody ever felt like that? Because you're doing the Facebook Lives and you're doing the challenges and you've hired the coach, you've taken the courses, but your income is not moving. Right, yeah. What to do with your list. All right, Emery, so we'll get into that. And this is also for the woman that is showing up live, doing challenges, but your income is not shifting. Okay, so this is really alive for you if you feel like you've been in this world for a little bit now, you've hired the coach, you've done the course. Again, I don't know if you guys saw at the beginning of the live, there's an animal crying. It's my cat crying. He's not dying, I swear. My husband left the house for like 2 minutes and my cat goes like crazy when my husband leaves the house. He just cries like a baby. He'll stop soon, okay? All right, so anyways, you know why? You know why this is happening? So you know why you've done everything. You've done the course. You've done the funnels. You've done the Facebook ads. You have done everything, but nothing is shifted. And that's because you have looked everywhere else but within yourself. And that is where your power truly begins. That is where you find the answers. That is where your income stays stuck around 3 or 5, and then you leap to $30,000 a month because your income comes from within. I just made that up right now, which is awesome. Okay. That's where you find the answers. That's where you find the leaps. That's where you find the shifts. Your money power it's within you. It's not within the numbers in your email list. My email list was the same exact people who wouldn't buy my $2,000 course that then purchased my $10,000 program list. Okay. So it really lies within you and what is going on within you that's not allowing you to leap within the income, okay? So your income leap comes from within, just like your money power comes from within, all right? So here's what I'm going to go through. I'm going to kind of go through 3 shifts that I have that are keeping you stuck, okay? So they're keeping you stuck around that amount of money, stuck around 3K to 5K. I'm going to kind of touch upon 3K to 5K. If you're stuck around that per month, all right? there's probably 3 things we need to shift for you. These were 3 things that I shifted that took me from stuck at $3,000, stuck at $5,000, and then leaping to $30,000, a $30,000 month, $14,000 cash month, now 8K consistent cash months, which is amazing. So listen, so shift number 1, relationships, okay? The relationships currently in your life. So weird topic, right? Really weird topic to talk about when it comes to money, but your relationship to money is your relationship to everything. So how you are having every other relationship in your life is the relationship you are having to money. If you are in a place where you are stuck at 3K to 5K a month, I know exactly what you're doing. You're still trying to get your family to understand what email funnels are and still trying to prove to them that you know what you're talking about and you know what you're doing online. So when your income is stuck at 3K to 5K a month, you're still trying to actually explain this whole online business thing to your family and still trying to prove that it is actually something real, mom, or it is actually something legit, dad, or hey, cousin Frankie over here, this is how like my online business works. It works with all these other pieces. Or it works like this. Or yeah, business is going great when you're like cringing inside. And that's when you're stuck at the 3K to 5K per month mark, because you are feeling like you need to prove to everybody that you do know what you're talking about. This business will be successful, although on the inside you feel super insecure. So when you're actually talking about it and then your family questions your business even more because they can sense that you are cringing and that you are insecure about actually the projection of your business, that is where you then cringe even more. You become more insecure about talking about to your business, to your family, because you feel like they just don't understand. They don't understand anything. They don't understand funnels. They don't understand Facebook ads. They don't understand the online world, and you can't really get them to get it. So that's where your income is staying stuck at 3K to 5K per month. Because your relationship to how you explain and the power you show up with and the confidence that you give when explaining your business is the same type of confidence and power you have to have in the relationships with your family, with your friends, with your spouse, with everybody. Okay? So when you're doing that, you feel like this little like cringe of insecurity. Or you feel basically like you have to prove yourself to your family or your friends. So you try and explain Facebook ads and funnels, and they have no freaking idea what you're talking about. They have no clue what you're talking about. But you are trying, in a sense, to prove something. I will tell you, for so long, I tried to explain these things to my family and to my friends. They didn't need the explanation. You know what they needed? Mm-hmm. They needed for me to show up as the powerful me that exists. So when I came back to a family reunion and I went to a family barbecue and I showed up, the difference in the way my family treated and looked at me was like night and day, because I showed up as, this business is doing so freaking good. I know where it's going. I know what's going to happen to it, and nobody has to question it. And guess what? Nobody freaking did. So everybody said to me, I'm so proud of you. You are so successful. Look at what you're doing. This is incredible. And I didn't have to explain to them Facebook ads or funnels or email lists or Facebook Lives or challenges. There was no explaining myself. And that was when my income and my power started to shift. Okay? So stop trying to prove yourself to your family or your friends, and stop trying to explain email funnels, sequences, Facebook ads. Stop the proving. The power comes from within. Shift number 2, if you are eating popcorn for lunch and coffee for breakfast, you are stuck at 3K to 5K per month, because you still are not seeing how freaking worthy you are of having avocado toast for breakfast, or please just having a protein shake, or please just eating protein for breakfast, right? So you are still denying yourself of things of luxury, like a breakfast, right? It's like, get your coffee, immediately go to your laptop and open your laptop, right? And if you are doing that, if you are putting yourself second to your business is not the thing that will give you power. You are the one that will give you power. And how will that start? Maybe eating protein for breakfast. Maybe eating a lunch. Maybe actually having some healthy fats and protein and carbs in there, right? So when you're still only giving yourself popcorn for lunch and coffee for breakfast, how do you think you can leap to $30,000 in income if you're not even worthy of having an egg for breakfast? How will you ever find that worthiness and that power within if you aren't even worthy of having an egg? Right? Like you can't even have scrambled eggs for breakfast, but you're going to have a $30,000 month? Nope. That's not how that happens, right? When I started actually giving myself the luxury of breakfast and of food and of all those other things, the luxury, right? The luxury of a meal. That was when I started seeing how worthy I am, how much power I have within, just from having an egg for breakfast, okay? Scrambled eggs now, okay? All right, shift number 3. You are constantly seeking answers outside of you of what to sell or market next. Like always looking at that PDF or always looking to your coach, always asking your friend, asking your husband, hey, do you think this post would be good? Hey, do you think this program will sell? Hey, do you think this thing is, did I write this post right? Did I write this post right? Did I market this right? Did I do everything right? Did I do the launch right? Did I write the email right? This whole thing around being right or wrong is what's going to keep you stuck at 3K to 5K per month. For sure. Doing everything right. There is no right or wrong way to run your business, okay? But when you are constantly seeking reassurance outside of yourself, I am constantly seeking for that I am doing the right thing or the wrong thing, right? I'm constantly seeking those answers of the right or the wrong way to do something. That is when you can't trust yourself. And if you cannot trust yourself, you cannot make decisions from power. If you cannot trust yourself to actually know what program, how to market, how to show up, and how to sell, you have no power. The power has then been placed outside of you again. You are placing the power outside again. Your power will always and always has come from within. Trust yourself to make the right choices, right? So your quantum leap of income will happen when you understand that your work always begins within you, okay? With how you perceive yourself in relationships. If you perceive yourself as a certain way in relationships, in certain ways, you act a certain way, you shrink back a certain way, that has to change. It begins with how you see yourself. Again, if you think you can't speak your truth to your parents, you think you can't set boundaries with your time and attention, right? You think that you can't treat your body good, you only deserve popcorn and coffee, right? If it comes from with how you receive pleasure, if you stop denying yourself pleasure and love, because you're not making money. You can't enjoy anything today. You can't enjoy a walk today. You can't enjoy a hike today. You cannot enjoy sex today because you're not wearing the cute underwear, or you ate the nachos today, so you can't have sex today. Well, you can't have you can't go on a walk today and go to the yoga class. You didn't make $10,000 today. You don't deserve any of that, right? That's just my cat crying, by the way. It begins with how you understand trusting yourself. Again, looking to get the okay from everybody, looking to the next marketing strategy to hit the numbers. If you're calculating your numbers over and over again, well, my email list is this big and the conversions are 1 to 3%, then I will convert, then it will convert, it will please convert. It won't fucking convert. Because you are seeking the power outside of yourself, man. No, that comes from within. So when you're doing all the calculations and the numbers and the calculations and the numbers, the same email list that wouldn't buy my $2,000 course bought my $10,000 program. When I changed from within, okay? So it's not about the marketing strategy, isn't about the numbers. It's about emotionally and energetically getting behind your marketing strategy, okay? And you have to find your power within, not outside of you. Nobody else can give you that but you. Nobody else can give you that power but you. And you cannot make big leaps in income being the same person you are right now. If I could just get that one message through you today, you cannot make the same, you cannot change, you cannot make a big leap in income, okay? If you do not change who you are, if you do not change your perception of yourself, if you do not find your power within, you will continue to make the same amount of money over and over and over again, stuck. No matter whether your list goes up or it goes down, you will continue to make the same amount of money. So my 6-step process that changed everything for me, that took me through leaps of income, was through these things, okay? It began with changing my relationships. It began with changing my energy and my emotions. It began with changing my focus. You have to stop focusing on the people who can't afford your program or your course, or think about all those people who say this or that about your program, or who've said this or commented that. Nope. My focus when I leaped was only on the mission. My mission in my business is to make women more money. And my mission in my business is to only serve those women that are looking for the transformation right now. Other people couldn't afford it. Sorry, I don't have space in my head for you. I do not have space in my head if you can't afford my program. I am only focusing on the women who want to afford my program, who want to come in, and who want to change. That's where your focus has to be. You can't have space in your head for people who say like it's too expensive, or it's this, or it has to be like this. Don't leave space for that. Keep your focus on the right things, okay? It came from orgasms, right? Right? Came from pleasure, came from what? Sorry, I'm spitting on you guys a lot. I'm feeling really powerful. It came from pleasure. It came from love. It came from allowing myself to have pleasure, to go on the walk in the middle of the day, to go to the yoga class at 10 a.m., even if I didn't make $5,000 that day, okay? It came from having pleasure and receiving pleasure and love just from allowing myself to enjoy my life. I switched the whole thing around with money. Oh no, I didn't make any money today? That's okay. I still get to have great sex. Oh, I didn't make any money today? That's okay. I still get to go to the yoga class. Oh, didn't make any money today? That's okay. I still get to buy myself the nice water. Pleasure. Then it came from regrounding myself. So once I changed all of these things and found my power within, right? It was like now my relationships had changed, my energy and emotions had changed, my focus had changed. I was receiving pleasure and I felt like everything is changing. But then what I did was I just regrounded myself. I came back into myself and I said like, okay, cool. But like, I'm going to ground myself in nature. I'm going to ground myself. I am going to feel really grounded after all this change that has happened. I'm going to, like I said, spend some time in nature. I'm going to spend some time getting to know this new Shannon, this completely new Shannon who has shown up and blown up. And I'm going to reground myself in knowing that it's okay for me to make big leaps in income. And then obviously the last and the most important piece is money. It's always the last and the most important piece, right? My relationship to money, once I had changed all of those things, my relationship to money had changed. No longer was I in a power play with money. No longer was I ever allowing money to tell me what I can do with my life. Oh no, money. The relationship has changed. The game has changed, money. You can't tell me when I can enjoy my life. You can't tell me when I can have joy and happiness. You can't tell me when I can eat breakfast or not, right? I get to decide that always. So then me and money had to have a new relationship, for sure. So when you go through these 6 steps that I just talked about, that is when you can make leaps in income. That is when you can make leaps in your life to become a new person. A person who is so much more powerful. A person who changes lots of things in their life for the better. For the freaking better. That is when you show up and you get people reaching out to you and saying, oh my God, who have you become? That's when you get people reaching out to you saying, I have watched you grown and changed. You've just changed before my very eyes and you are incredibly powerful and confident now. And that is when you will get people who will say, I cannot be around for your new journey. And you say, okay, that's all right. Thanks for being here for this time. That is when you go from $3,000 to $30,000 with the same email list. The same email list that wouldn't buy your $2,000 course or your $500 intensive now buys your $10,000 programs, because all you did was change how you showed up to the game. And all you did was change how you act and how you perceived yourself. And that was it. There wasn't any fancy things you ever needed to do. There wasn't more to add to your list. There wasn't more strategies. Everything The entire power, the fire is within, completely within you. You want to make a lot of money, start within. You want to make a lot of money, look at your relationships. You want to make a lot of money, start looking at your energy and your emotions behind every marketing strategy you're putting out. Everything. So what I had to do was I had to burn the old Shannon to the ground. All of her beliefs, all of her thoughts, all of her habits, the way she used to perceive herself, the way she used to look at herself, the way she used to treat herself. And all that had to get burned to the ground. And I had to complete a brand new Shannon. And I had to go through my reformation. So doors closed Thursday night for reformation. You can make a leap in income from where you are to $30,000 like this. Once you understand all of this, once you go through your reformation, the power will never ever go outside of you again. You will understand that it's always within. You always call the shots. No matter what your numbers are, no matter what your following is, you always get to call the shots on everything in your life. So doors closed Thursday. I want to see you guys in there. I want to see your reformation. I want to see what changes for you. And I want you to hit your first 20K, 30K month. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.